Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today, as you can see in front of us here, we've got the third wave of the Metal Chassis 1/64. That puts us up to 36 total releases. Got some new guys in the field. We haven't had a Corey LaJoie or a Ross Chastain yet, and we did get our first Bubba Wallace actual car, not just the show car. So, we got some fun ones to look at here. Let's go ahead and dive into it. You can see the boxes behind here. All of them are pretty bland and basic. However, there are two that pop out to me. Matt DiBenedetto has his name on there with the Wood Brothers this time. And also, Corey LaJoie has his name on his box along with the Spire Motorsports. Looks really good. I love the Corey LaJoie box. It looks really nice. So, so we're going to go ahead and break it down. I guess we'll just start breaking it down by pulling them off the stack and going from there, I suppose, would be the easiest way. So, the first one on the list is going to be the Denny Hamlin FedEx Freight car. We're going to slide that forward. There you can see it. It is the FedEx Freight car. It's the same as the Express and the Ground car. Nothing really changes there. You can see, I guess, let's see if I can go to a 2x zoom here. It might make it easier. Yeah, that's not so bad. It focuses a little better. But you can see the box details, pretty solid. The paint scheme, obviously, is very similar. Nothing really changes from, obviously, this little word here and here and here. So instead of saying ground, it says freight and, whatnot. But otherwise, pretty similar scheme, so it does look pretty darn solid, but outside of that, what can I say? It's the third very similar looking paint scheme, so it's nothing to write home about, at least not yet. Okay, so second on the list of the cars we are going to take a look at today, it's going to be Joey Logano's number 22 AAA Ford Mustang. So you can see right here we have the Team Penske box, and then there's the AAA Mustang. It's the scallop paint scheme is sort of back. Remember, instead of one color, they do have a white hood, and the rest of it's blue. But I don't know. The AAA car has always looked kind of meh, in my personal opinion. Never been one of my favorite paint schemes of his. I always liked his Pennzoil ones a little bit better. So it's not a terrible looking car, but there's nothing super crazy on it. So again, very nice, solid chassis build and everything. If you're a Logano fan, it's a must-have. But for my personal opinion, the yellow Pennzoil car is probably the better one to get for Logano. All right. Number 3 on our list. Now, this is the cool one because this is the first time we've gotten a darker color, or what I would call a cool color. We've got Ryan Newman's 2021 Kohler Generators car. So the first thing you'll see is we do have the green box behind, and then we've got our number 6 Kohler Generators car here. We got a black hood, we got a black splitter, and then we got this blue coming down the side. I think it looks really nice. I am loving the number 6 on the roof. Does that not throw back to Mark Martin right there with that bright blue outline? I mean, if you don't see that and think Mark Martin, you didn't grow up in the mid-2000s, did you? But yeah, so we have the Kohler generator scheme. It's a very solid, cool-looking car. As I said, obviously the metal chassis, getting another one. I think we also have the Oscar Mayer car, so it's our second Newman car, but personally, this is my favorite scheme so far. All right, next on our list is going to be a brand new release. This is going to be the Corey LaJoie 2021 Schluter Systems car, and as you can see, we'll start with the box here. I'll actually pull the car off to the side so you can see the box. It does have Corey LaJoie's name. We got Spire Motorsports. We have a beautiful orange color. This is by far my favorite looking box so far. This orange just really makes it pop, and it really pops with the paint scheme. But you can see the Schluter Systems flames going down the side. We've got our number 7 there for Spire Motorsports. But this is probably one of my favorite paint schemes. Obviously, it's not the last one. I think his blue... the blue power build or whatever, the Built Bar, I think is what it's called. The Built Bar car, that one's going to look amazing. I cannot wait for that one to come out. But this one is still a very good looking car. It's one of my favorites in the group. I'm probably going to have to put it second, though, behind our next car, which is the Ross Chastain Clover Chevy Camaro. So there's the box here. You can see it's the red Chip Ganassi style box, and then here is the car. You can see the Clover is very green. The Clover paint scheme, the hood, the nose, the front, it's all really, really green. You can see the red numbers there. We got Clover on the rear, but it's a very clean looking scheme. I mean, this car looks very sharp. Spin it around here. I just know the first minute I pulled this one out, I thought, wow, this one really pops. I mean, it just, when you look at them all in a line, that one pops out at me. So really like this Clover car, and that is our first Ross Chastain car of the year, but we should be getting some McDonald's cars, I believe, later in the year as well. So the next car we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the fan favorite, Chase Elliott's Unifirst car. Obviously, I would have preferred to get the Napa car, but the Unifirst doesn't look too bad. I did get to see this car run at Kansas. It's meh. I mean, the minty green color is just not an appealing color to have. Obviously, he won the All-Star race in this paint scheme, so most people kind of remember this paint scheme with the number slid back and stuff like that. But, overall, it's probably one of my least favorite for the Chase Elliott paint schemes. And the paint scheme itself isn't really the problem. It really is this minty green color. This color is not for me. I know Casey Kane ran it on the 5 car for a little while. Didn't like it on that one either. Turn it around here. There we go. But, the color is really the biggest problem on this. Not problem. Again, it doesn't look terrible. It's just, it's not for me. It's not my personal taste. So, still a good car, but not a great car. Next on our list, we're going to be taking a look at Kyle Busch's M&M's Fudge Brownies, I think, is the name of the official paint scheme. But this is probably the second favorite car in this group, and that is because we have a very sparkly purple. Look at that. Look at the color on that purple. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Really like the color. I really am tempted to go see what one of the Elites turns out like, because that is a very nice purple color. You have the yellow M&M on the side. It accents the purple really nicely. Obviously, you got the blue M&M on the other side, but man, that purple is a very nice color. So this is probably one of the better looking 164th I've seen. If it wasn't for how nicely that Ross Chastain one popped, this would be... This one would definitely be number 1. So the next one we're going to take a look at, as we have just crossed over the halfway point, is going to be the Martin Truex Jr. Racers Toyota Camry. This car is not really anything super crazy. It's a very basic scheme. The big Racers logo that's usually right in front of the 19 is obviously not in there on this one. But you can see it's a pretty basic scheme. You know, you have a red accent towards the bottom and a red roof, and then it's just black all the way around. Not sure what that is there. It looks like it's potato salad. Reese's potato salad. What a weird sponsor. But then you got Bass Pro Shops on the corner panel. Looks like got some more stuff here on the deck lid. Make dinner memorable. But yeah, it's a pretty clean paint scheme, pretty basic paint scheme. It's nothing that's going to jump out at you like, say, the DeWalt car or some of those. But it's still a very solid car. Obviously, again, for the Truex fans out there and for other JGR collectors or something like that, it's a good solid paint scheme, but I would definitely say it's not the favorite, for me at least, for Martin Truex. Alright, so now we're down to 4 to go. The next one on the list is going to be Bubba Wallace's 2021 DoorDash car. You can see here we do have the gloss red with the white. This scheme actually reminds me a lot of Casey Kane's 2006 car. Little different because Kane's had a white go all the way down the side. It was red with a white stripe that went all down the side. This one is not quite the same because the white stays down around the skirt. But you got McDonald's, Root, Mobile One, Dr. Pepper. You got all the sponsors there. You got the really nice DoorDash logo right here across the hood. You can see we've got the accents for white on the bottom of the nose. And then, as I said, down the skirt, we got the white, the number 23, and then we got DoorDash. Not sure if I would have rather him won in this scheme or the McDonald's scheme. The McDonald's scheme was better than the one he ran earlier in the season, but it's still not my favorite. Oh, sorry, I got to put that one back real quick. But yeah, I think there was just something about the newer McDonald's scheme where I think it had a little bit cleaner door look to it, and I actually really liked it. The next car on the list is going to be the Brad Keselowski Penske Worth car, or the Worth car, I should say, Team Penske. But there you can see the box and the I guess the artwork. It's not really artwork, it's just the red color. But you can see there the car inside, and then we obviously have the one out of the box to look at. This is actually one of my favorite Brad Keselowski paint schemes. I got to see him win in this scheme at Kansas. The only scheme I think that looks better is the Moneyline one, which is the same design but with a kind of a green color to it. I think it looks really good. Luckily, he won at Talladega with that one, so we're still going to get a raced version for that. So, yeah, I definitely think that 2 car looks pretty good, but this is one of my favorite number 2 paint schemes because a couple of them are just a little boring, personally. All right, so next on our list is going to be our boy, the Guido gang, Matt DiBenedetto's 2021 Dutch Boy Menard's car. This one is just kind of the sponsor they choose. Obviously, they run the Menard's sponsorship, and with that, they run a different sponsor on the hood often, like a lot. And, sorry, man, I'm yawning a bunch. I don't know why. But anyway, they run that different sponsor a lot. This happens to be Dutch Boy. Sometimes they run it. I know Blaney won with, I want to say, Richmond and Jack Links on the hood, maybe. So he's got a couple this year in the Menard scheme. But for sure, this one is not my favorite. I think the blue just mixes weird. The FVP one that he ran in the All-Star race is one of my favorites. I actually really liked, not the number placement, but I liked the white hood on it. I just thought it looked like a really nice car. So, again, nothing super crazy. It is the classic Wood Brothers car, but, the Dutch Boy just, the color isn't really something that flashes at me and really hooks me. And our last car is going to be the Ryan Blaney Advanced Auto Parts car. This is actually one of my favorite cars. I believe, did he win in this car yet? I don't know if he did. I have to double check. I don't think he's won in this car yet. I could be wrong. But I really like this car. This was the one, you have the scallop paint scheme back. Man, I am sorry, guys. But this is the scallop paint scheme, very similar to the Joey Logano one. It's actually a complete reverse of Joey Logano's. Everything that's yellow on this car is red on Joey's. Everything that's red on this car is yellow on Joey's. So flip them completely, literally. It's a red skirt, red numbers, red scallop, and then red... I almost called that a fin. It's spoiler. And then on Joey's car, it's literally, all those are red, and then on here they're yellow. It's a perfect flip-flop. So this is literally the reverse Penske Pennzoil car, and it looks good. I mean, these are two really good colors to put together. So a very solid-looking Advanced Auto Parts car here. But that is the last of our new arrivals here. We're going to go ahead and I have them stacked on their boxes. I'm going to quick slide them out for you guys here. Try not to knock any of them over because I'm a klutz. Don't tell anyone I told you that, though. It's a secret. I don't want to be a klutz. No, I'm just kidding. We're all good here. There we go. So they're not perfectly straight on there, but I stacked them decent. They don't look too bad. Got a couple really crooked ones, though. All right, let's bring back my tripod here, and we'll go ahead and get a good final shot of them here so you guys can take a good, quick last look. There they are, though. Let's go ahead and back them up. There we go. So there we go, guys. That is our 2021 Wave 3 for the metal chassis. If you are interested in picking any of these up, I do have a few of them available. I believe I should have at least 2 of them per car on this grouping, so either shoot me a message on Instagram or on Facebook. I will also be working on applying them to the website, but 164s tend to be on the back of the list because they're so darn small and so darn hard to ship. So it's usually better to get bundles of them, so I have some mystery boxes and stuff like that. But if you are interested, do let me know because I do have them available. But other than that, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great week as we get prepared for Texas. And this has been Race Grace signing off. We'll see you in the next Diecast review.